32 seasons worth of The Simpsons and I couldn't find a single Fat Albert reference.
Hey, hey, hey! It's Fat Albert! Yeah!
Albert can sing?
Sure hope so.
Come on!
Alright, so how the hell am I gonna do this? I've been meaning to talk about this movie, the live action Fat Albert movie, for a long time. Somehow, I always remembered really appreciating it and wanting to show it some love. But even then, I had that stance without seeing the movie in maybe a decade or so. However, I actually ended up watching it for the first time in a while during late August, and it Okay, so I mean, like, the question is how, right? Like, how did this B movie about Kenan Thompson in a fat suit make the king of Braceface cry 4 times? Well, okay, I have the answer, and I'm gonna try to the best of my ability to explain it. And for my longtime viewers, yes, it's gonna be one of those. Alright, so before I start the video, I need to pick out a soundtrack, right? Y'all like Chance?
Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back.
I'm good.
Yeah, and if you don't like Chance, don't comment. I'm good off that. Fat Albert is a 2004 live-action film based on the animated series from the 70s. The film introduces Doris, who's played by Kyla Pratt. Her and her foster sister Lori live in North Philly, where Doris is OD unpopular. She comes home, cries on the TV remote, and Fat Albert's like, yo, who that?
Hey, hey, hey! What is that thing?
Close enough. There's no way to beat around the bush here. This shit right here is terrifying, son. When I was a kid, because of this movie, I used to cry on my remote, so like Ed, Edd and Eddy would come out of the TV or something, but they didn't really go like that. Hey, fuck you crying for? All his homies follow, and Albert, being true to his character, makes it his mission to find out why Doris was crying, and tries to help her before he has to jump back in the TV. I remember being really frustrated when this came out. Like, what the hell? This shit never came on TV land, assholes. Man, I got out the theater and turned that shit on expecting to see Fat Albert, but instead I was just greeted by Andy Griffith reminding me that I can't whistle.
Who is that?
Oh, that's my sister Lori.
Oh boy, that beat him that buttable.
You watch your mouth.
Nah, what you say, bro? Say that shit again. Albert takes a liking to Lori early on in the film too, whose internal conflict mirrors that of a character Albert is trying to comfort in the cartoon.
You can't quit school and run away.
What's it to you?
Well, I care about you.
Well, don't. Every time someone says they care about me, they wind up leaving me.
Every time someone says they care about me, they wind up leaving me.
Pretty on the nose, but whatever. I think it's clever.
She's a bad man, just as fine as she can be.
Yo, my nigga, you crying?
Nah, man. I'm good, alright? I'm good. Everything's good. Wait, fuck you, call me? Around the 23-minute mark, the film starts to plant little seeds for one of its most interesting plot points. See, these cartoon characters don't just look like real people, but they're slowly starting to become real people. Like, it's wild how they pull this off. Albert never had insecurities about his weight in the cartoon. He was just always overly confident, but it's kind of a normal thing in the real world, no matter your body type. Insecurities are just like what make you human? He questions if Lori likes him, disregarding his size. Like, he asks the homies.
You think Lori likes me, even though I'm fat? Isn't it the person who matters and not how they look?
Beats me. I don't know.
I never had a girlfriend. You had a girlfriend? Yeah, that's what I thought.
It starts to trend as the movie goes on. The longer it goes, the more these characters slowly turn into real people that learn things, behave a certain way, get affected by the things around them.
Fat Albert, try to stay focused. You got a problem to solve, so we can go.
I know that.
It's also the first time that he starts to think about himself. He develops a little selfishness, like a normal human being with wants and desires. He isn't just a machine designed to teach everyone around him. He's still the same guy, but he's just kind of like a real world version of himself. It's really interesting. They pull up to the mall doing all the shit that you'd expect a movie like this to do. They're not only cartoon characters, they're 70s cartoon characters, so they don't know shit.
See? That's who we are. Yeah. And we're coming out on dividend. What are you talking into?
A phone?
It doesn't have any wires.
You guys yanking my chain?
I didn't even know you had a chain. Wow. It looks like an indoor town.
So let's just back up a little bit. The movie establishes early that Doris has a close relationship with her grandfather. It's the reason that she runs track and does a lot of things with sports. It's just stuff that they enjoy doing together. But since he's gone, you can see this creates kind of like a dark cloud over her.
Ever since your grandpa passed away, you're not the same. It's like you've given up.
While Lori's scared to get close to people, Doris is scared to even meet people to begin with. It's a really interesting dynamic here. It shows that they can both learn something from Albert. The first time we see Doris even enjoying herself is at the mall scene with Albert when they're double dutching.
Hey, Bucket, look. They still jump rope.
Let's move on. So then, around the 34-minute mark, the real life stuff starts to trickle into the other guys. We saw it happen with Albert, but Dumb Donald becomes observant like a normal human being with free will.
Hey. It's just a picture. Pictures aren't real.
Neither are we.
I can't believe Dumb Donald is right.
Mushmouth slowly drifts in and out of speech the whole first half, but it really takes into effect when the little white girl teaches him how to say balloon. It's the first time someone's actually like broken down language to him, so now he ain't like a ba-ba balloomba ass nigga no more.
Ba-ba balloomba.
No, ba, loon. Say ba.
Ba.
Now say loon.
Loon.
Now say balloon.
Balloon. Balloon, balloon, balloon.
Thank you, this is great. Madam, it has been my extreme pleasure talking with your daughter. She taught me how to say balloon. Balloon!
Dumb Donald takes his hat off and he's Marquise Hudson. I don't know how to say his name, son, shut up. Weird Harold isn't clumsy anymore. He can actually do things that niggas his height can normally do, like play ball. Seeing them walk around this town is pretty funny though. Like, everybody just kind of looks at them like they're insane. I get that some people don't know what Fat Albert is, but I feel like there's too many niggas that don't recognize them. Like, this shit ran for like 11 years. Come on, son.
Oh, Lord.
But before this, because all of this stuff really does happen pretty gradually, they pull up to this block party. They do a really nice balancing act with Albert's character in this scene. They develop his relationship with Lori while also giving him a sweet moment with Doris.
Now, Doris, come on. Just take a chance and go for it. Now, let's go. We have got some partying to do.
Some partying? Nobody ever asked to dance with me anyway.
They will. Tonight.
See, like, he still has wants, but like, he never lost sight of his objective. Almost forgot about this nigga. So, Omarion, 15 Cent dirty ass, he in the movie. He doesn't like the fat man talking to his light-skinned queen. Yeah, whatever, nigga, fuck you.
You're like school on Saturday, no class.
Woo! Yeah, okay, my G, what else? He tries to embarrass Albert by making him pick up the mic at the party and sing, but he fucking bodies it. Anybody who's seen this movie will tell you that this record right here slaps. Yeah, what you got, nigga? Icebox, your dirty ass? You better spin the block, buddy. You better go around the corner and find somebody with the ponytails. This is Albert Town, baby.
I'm gonna sing a song for you, and we're gonna show you a thing or two.
Well, aren't you the hip-hop fool?
They call me Fat Albert, that's my name, and solving problems is my game. Now get it jumping if you feeling what I'm saying. No delaying. Hey, 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 man. Go, Albert. Go, 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 go. Hey, yo. Come on with me, let's just break it down. Hey, hey, hey.
Fuck. Ad break? Yeah, no, ad break. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but that nostalgia critic beat by beat shit just ain't my body, I'm sorry. Throughout the film, the characters lose more and more color. They come to terms with the fact that they're fading away since they aren't really like real people, which puts Albert in a rough spot because of his relationship with Lori. He can't just say, yo, my nigga, I'm a fucking cartoon, and he knows her past with abandonment. In an effort to look for a way around this, he meets his maker. Ah!
Well, help!
Cosby confirms two things in this scene. The first being that if Albert stays, he'll turn into little specks of celluloid dust and disappear. Celluloid? Like cell animation? I get it, it's cute. The second being this.
Albert Robertson is Doris Robertson's grandfather. He died some time ago. I designed your character after Albert Robertson.
Albert tries to explain this to Lori, but that goes as good as you'd expect.
Albert?
Yes?
Get some help.
Oh shit. What the fuck? By the film's end, everyone's in the TV except Albert. Because of his heart, he wants to piece it up with Lori before he leaves. He wouldn't feel right if he didn't. He goes to the track meet, encourages Doris at her lowest, so they win. Long race to get home before their show ends. Then Lori finds out that he actually is a cartoon in the wildest way possible.
Fat Albert!
Pretty amazing, huh?
Pretty scary, my nigga, what the fuck, call the cops. This might be one of my favorite movie scenes ever. It's so grossly sweet.
I never meant to hurt you, Lori.
Will you ever come back?
If there's any way that I can, I will. But in the meantime, we'll always have North Philly.
And I always have my Big Al.
I really love the callback scene where he's trying to finish the line from earlier with Danielle, the girl who mirrors Lori in the cartoon. Albert spends the entire series regurgitating all of these messages to his friends and incidental characters, kind of like Arnold from Hey Arnold, right? And that's not to say that Arnold or Albert don't learn lessons on their own, but they have this all-knowing wisdom, this good-hearted nature, this sense to always know the right thing to say. You can see Albert in the beginning. He's about to tell Danielle the exact same speech that he says at the end. Like he knows what he's going to say. But it's different at the end because we watch him learn this lesson. He's not just feeding her a line in a script for their cartoon show like it was earlier. It's him reflecting on the past few days of his life. That's why he pauses. It's so brilliant.
But Danielle, you can't let fear,
He better not be doing this again.
you can't let fear keep you from caring about someone, because caring about someone is wonderful.
They establish around the middle of the film that all of the things they learn, pick up, and develop in the film don't necessarily carry over to the cartoon. Animators don't suddenly draw a dumb Donald with a face. The writers don't randomly start writing weird Harold non-clumsy things to do. But the connection that Albert shares with Doris and Lori, it's so strong that he remembers that feeling, that emotion. That's why he stumbles over his words.
A person you can think about, and they think about you, and you both know you're thinking about each other. And it's just fantastic to know that there's somebody out there in the world thinking about you.
And just going back a bit, this scene right here, where he says goodbye to Doris, cracks my heart in half every single time I hear it.
Albert, wait! I finally figured out who you remind me of. You remind me of my grandpa.
I love you, Doris.
I love you too.
Okay. So, time to explain.
It is your boyfriend on the beat.
I get about a comment a day under my A Boy Named Charlie Brown video about how it helped so many people with what they were going through at the time, be it job loss, a breakup, death, anything. It's all really sweet, really validating. I'm happy to help in ways that I never got help. There's no real way to prepare yourself for everything that life throws at you, you know? So, okay. I cried a total of 4 times throughout this movie. And it may seem like really random moments, but it made me realize something strange. That Charlie Brown video, that film, it's something that I know is tied to my grandma. So much so that that film was the very first thing that I went to go watch when she passed. But this, it reminded me of my grandfather. Today's actually his birthday, November 25th, 1955. He would have been 65 years old. He's way too young. My grandfather loved the hell out of this movie. We'd watch it all the time. But it's weird because he also loved Bebe's Kids. He loved Martin. He couldn't get enough of this K&D joke.
How do you respond to accusations by your opponent that you farted in math class?
I would rather not stoop to his level, but if I must respond, then let me just say that he who smelt it, dealt it.
No, but this is the one that made me cry, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why. But I think it's because the last time I saw it, I think it was with him. The scene where Albert smiles and dances, he literally rewind that and watch it so many times. He thought it was hilarious. The scene at the mall, it reminded me of how happy we used to be. That party scene, insane nostalgia. It was such a simpler time when something like this could just be your favorite song. And the part here, this part right here at the end, I can't... Watching Doris put the pieces together and recognize Albert as her grandfather and seeing him just respond that he loves her literally shatters my heart. And I think it's because I internalize that. I think it's because when I hear a character that's so tied to my grandfather say I love you, it reminds me how much he did and still does. He died 2 years ago. And I don't know if I've ever processed it or if I ever will, but I know that this movie helped. This movie told me that he loves me, and I know he's proud. I know he is. Film media, it's really powerful. Okay, when they got on that set in front of those cameras and filmed this movie, they didn't know that I had these emotions. They probably still don't. They probably don't even care, but my heart. This film has my heart because of its story and the memories that are attached to it. Cherish the people around you. Please, I'm begging you to. Cherish the memories, old and new, the future, the laughs, the cries. Cherish the present. Cherish what you enjoyed together because it's yours now. Okay? Hold it tight and call it your own. This isn't about like separating the art from the artist. This isn't about the cartoon, the characters, the jokes. I just really miss my grandfather.
Ever since your grandpa passed away, you're not the same. It's like you've given up.
Albert Robertson is Doris Robertson's grandfather. He died some time ago. I designed your character after Albert Robertson.
What is that thing?
It's a monster.
It's not a monster. It's a girl. And she's crying. I'm going to help her.
It's funny. It seems like I know you. Have known you for a long time.
Maybe you have. Maybe you have.
Stay out here. You're gonna turn into celluloid dust.
I'm so confused.
2:30 tomorrow. You're out of here.
Albert, you can't go. We're cartoons and this is our show.
I have no choice.
Every time someone says they care about you, they wind up leaving you.
You can't let fear keep you from caring about someone, because caring about someone is wonderful. A person you can think about and they think about you, and you both know you're thinking about each other. And it's just fantastic to know that there's somebody out there in the world thinking about you.
Albert, wait! I finally figured out who you remind me of. You remind me of my grandpa.
I love you, Doris.
You have 4 saved messages. Saved message.
Hey, Tariq, this is Papa. Are you okay? Everything you be alright, okay? Give me a call later on. Bye.
Hey, yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good.